Yo, Scott Free Devora, aka DJ Scott Free. We got my main man Gedeon Tilus in the house. Free Factor, special edition. Gedeon Tilus Unfiltered. You ready?
I'm ready, man.
Let's do it.
Shout out to my boy Caleb Mitchell on this one. Yeah. Hey, new testament. I gotta go check it out. Hey. Let me slide real quick. Hey, okay. I said, I've been too confident, God been watching kid. Haven't been arrogant, even though I could have been. We only doing first place. We would never settle, kid. We coming with that new hit called New Testament. I've been too confident, God been watching kid. Haven't been arrogant, even though I could have been. We only doing first place. We would never settle, kid. We coming with that new hit called New Testament. It's not the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog. Man, I'm 10-toe down and I'm beating the eye. I'm breaking generational curses, writing these verses. People speaking negativity, you ain't no kin to me. Yeah, I'm scared I might go back to my old way. Things get built fast, they don't last no way. Me and my wife loving each other, we had to do it Christ's way. Nothing better than give your life to Yahweh. Hey, I've been planning every bar. Hey, but I won't go too far. Me and my thoughts not getting along, we adding to the divorce rate. Jesus Christ is still great, his name here like an 808. Hey, give me flowers while I'm still here. Hey, legend gotta die, man, let's be clear. I won't be at the same spot at the end of the year. Man, I put that on my life, man, that's crystal clear. I've been too confident, God been watching kid. Haven't been arrogant, even though I could have been. We only doing first place, we would never settle, kid. We coming with that new hit called New Testament. I've been too confident, God been watching kid. Haven't been arrogant, even though I could have been. We only doing first place, we would never settle, kid. We coming with that new hit called New Testament. Yeah. Somewhere this year, his name is Lights now. Write it down too. Yeah. Okay, I thought I was worthless, didn't have no purpose. My life was unbalanced, it was strange like a circuit. Forgot my life was purchased, so I gotta control my urges. Spitting high verses for the people in the churches. Yeah, you just made an impact in my life. Okay, I'm blinded by sin, I thought I was living right. Now the shackles off me, obedient for life. If you feel the same way, stand up for Christ. Oh yeah. Now my songs are sweet, you might hit a cavity. Okay, pray to God on the balcony. Hey, gotta let go all this agony. Sitting on like a ball spot, New Testament just dropped. Satan trying to eavesdrop, we making waves like a belly flop. On beat, I just hot Scott, my life running like a stopwatch. No time for a pit stop, this music man ain't gotta drop. Yeah, subliminal messages all in my face, but we know Yahweh stood away. Present over purpose, I kept my heart in the furnace, cause God, you deserve it, cause that love was worth it. Yeah. You just made an impact in my life. Okay, I'm blinded by sin, I thought I was living right. Now the shackles off me, obedient for life. If you feel the same way, stand up for Christ. You just made an impact in my life. Okay, I'm blinded by sin, I thought I was living right. Now the shackles off me, obedient for life. If you feel the same way, stand up for Christ.
I done got you high up in the sky.
Shout out to Big Breeze on that one. Impact, gotta check it out. Rebirth Part 3. Yeah.
Love is a weapon.
Get a little bit
know
emotional on this one.
Give him that truth, get in.
Yeah. Y'all gonna feel this one. Yeah. Let me talk. I remember sleeping on the floor, struggling as I go. Deep in depression, I was crying for some direction. My prayer became a weapon, I'm still learning these lessons. I still need protection cause his love. I remember sleeping on that floor, struggling as I go. Deep in depression, I was crying for some direction. My prayer became a weapon, I'm still learning these lessons. I still need protection cause his love is a weapon. 2019, I drop a lot of weight, stretch mark. This is for my brave hearts who not scared of the dark. Sit down like Rosa Parks, cause your dream like Noah Ark. Never had a hair storm, I'm still gonna hit my mark. Can't be overlooking my history. Sin is the reason why we living in misery. When you making history, expect to get injured. Don't fall for the traps of the enemy, not bigger. Yeah. I remember.
I promise you this. If you stay focused, you eventually will hit your dream.
I remember sleeping on the floor, struggling as I go. Deep in depression, I was crying for the direction. My prayer became a weapon, I'm still learning these lessons. I still need protection, cause his love. I remember sleeping on that floor, struggling as I go. Deep in depression, I was crying for the direction. My prayer became a weapon, I'm still learning these lessons. I still need protection, cause his love is a weapon. Cause his love is a weapon.
And that's a wrap. That's another unfiltered special edition of Free Factor with my man Gedeon Tilus. Check out his music on IG, Spotify, Instagram, all the streaming services. Till next time, peace out. What's going on? Scott Free, aka DJ Scott Free. We are with Gedeon Tilus.
Yes, sir.
Special edition of Free Factor. We got Gedeon Tilus Unfiltered.
Yes, sir.
My brother, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. It's honestly an honor and a privilege to be back here. I appreciate what you do and I love what you do. You don't see a lot of DJs giving artists this type of space to do something of this sort. So I think, you deserve a round of applause for what you're doing.
Man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I gotta give honor and respect what honor and respect is due. That's just how person I am, and I just want to give you the flowers and all that, so people know that it ain't no behind the scene. Like, no, I'm really gonna show this man some respect and honor. So definitely,
My man, last time you were here, man, we were doing a cypher with you,
Yeah.
Young Drew, Gavin, the Hot Rod, Pierre,
Pierre,
Yaki,
the Kid, Pierre, Co-Side,
Sam,
yeah,
man, a bunch of people in here, man. You were doing a show with Young Drew.
Yep.
And you and Drew go back, man. So I'm
We
gonna
do.
go into your story here.
Okay.
But man, tell me how you and Drew met.
All right, so we have a chance to really dive into it. So this is how I met Drew. So a year before me meeting Drew, I was going to Jacksonville because a friend of mine was going to perform at the Invasion Tour at the Stop. So I'm there and I see this tall Caucasian kid. I'm like, yo, this dude is tall. Like, who is this kid? So I think he was actually with Shane at the time. They went to go perform. They said, I didn't think no much of it. Fast forward, maybe I'd say give or take between 8 and a year month. I get a random DM like, yo, bro, I got this show coming up at the school. Do you want to be a part of it? I like, yo, I just do look familiar, but I'm not really sure. I said, yeah, sure. Send me all the details. I'm so down for it. Not knowing that I don't know Drew, never met him, probably never couldn't remember where I seen him. So I ended up pulling up to Jacksonville. I know it was in Jackson. I think it was in Ocala or something like that, far distance. I pull up to the Airbnb. It's like a cabinet. So I'm like, yo, it's in the woods in the cabinet.
Right.
Yo, I text maybe 3 or 4
Sketch.
people. I said yo, if you don't ever see me again, this is
love
the
you.
last.
I love you.
This is the last address of that. Yo, come and find me. So I pull up. Drew come meet me out. He's like, yeah, man, we just practicing. You want to get practice a little bit or whatever. We about to go to sleep soon. So cool. All right. I'm thinking in my head dang, Lord, I hope I wake up tomorrow morning. I don't know these people. I could die, but let's just hope. So I wake up the next day. Praise God. We get ready to go to the show at the school. I think it was at Potter House, if I remember. Yeah, we go to the school, and Drew never seen me perform. I never seen him perform. So we he don't know if I suck. I'm good. What kind of artist I'm going to be performing wise. He has no idea. I don't even know. I get on the stage, and it's as if the kids was waiting to be released and release all this energy or something. Because when I got on stage and me and Drew got on stage, it's as if we've been doing this together for years. Wow. It just connect. It was just flowing water. It was just flowing so perfectly, and it was so good. We went up there, we killed it. The whole show went crazy, videos, everything. I still got a video on my phone to this day. It went crazy, went nuts. I think somebody almost got injured, before Travis Scott.
Okay, wow. Okay.
It
was a wild.
It was a wild one. Mosh pit in the middle. I'm in the middle. Mosh pit going crazy. It was a wonderful show. And ever since that, I just stay in contact with Drew, and he's not only been a really good friend to me, but he also somebody that I look up not only from a outside of music standpoint as a brother in Christ, a friend, stuff like that. So he's definitely a person that I respect and I got much love for him, and one of the person that I will always have his back. And if he ever needs me or anything, like, I'm there for him, because the love that he showed me from then to where we are right now is, you don't really find many people like that. So I have to respect my dog, and I got nothing but love for him. And he knows. I tell him all the time, like, yo, if you ever need something, I'm here for you, bro. Like prayer, whatever, I'm here for you, bro.
That's
so yeah,
what's up,
so
man.
that's kind of our story.
Man, that's awesome, man. Shout out to young Drew.
Yes, sir.
Man, just love his heart. One of the hardest workers in the game.
He is. Like, I thought I worked hard before I met Drew. I'm like, yo, I'm not working as hard enough as I need to. Like, Drew is a hard, like, I really say everything that he's getting right now, I truly believe is because of the work that he put in years before that nobody ever seen. And it's really a testament of when you sow faithfulness and you sow like all the things that you need to sow, you will reap it. I'm a firm believer in that scripture. You sow what you reap, and he's reaping the harvest of what he's been sowing behind scene and for years, for free shows, for free features, whatever the case may be, and he's really reaping it, and I'm proud of him.
Yeah, man. All right, man, let's talk about Gedeon Tillis. Man, is that your government name?
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't my artist name like 2 years ago. It was something completely different.
What's the background to West Palm Beach, O-Town? Now you're up here in Jax.
Yeah.
Haitian. You're rocking the braces.
Yes, sir.
What did you say? Like,
I'm the only Christian rapper with braces, so you ain't gonna never make no Christian rapper with braces, and I spit hard, so that's a whole nother side note. But yeah, I'm originally from West Palm Beach, Florida, 561. Shout out to my people in West Palm. Born and raised, I'm a true Floridian at heart. Born and raised there. Graduated from my state college, then I'm like, yo, where am I gonna go to school? St. Petersburg or UCF? I got into St. Petersburg, USF, but my homeboy's going to Orlando, so I'm like, I'm gonna go with my homeboys to Orlando.
All right.
So I went to Orlando, got into school, graduated. After that, found a job. But one thing that I was always interested in doing was like music and stuff like that. But I was also scared. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen with this music, what's going to be done. But I'm a type of person that always told myself, like, I'd rather be heading towards my promised land than my what if land. And I take it from this aspect of like Moses from the Bible, like, he did all the great things to lead the people to the promised land, but he never got to step into because he got mad and angry and disobeyed God. And I think about, like, what if he was like, what if I just made it in there with them? Like, what would that have looked? And I tell myself, like, I don't want to head to my what if land. I want to head to my promised land. Like, I want to go after everything that God has in store for me. Even if I suck or I'm good at it, at least I can know deep down inside my heart that at least I tried. Yeah. At least I made an attempt. So I got into music. Always was around music, had friends that was rappers and artists and stuff like that. I think I discovered the gift of me rapping by freestyling. I remember going to one of my friends' crib every Saturday, used to rap. And I was like, yo, one Saturday I told myself, I'm going in that room. I don't care what nobody said, I'm going in that room. So I walk in there that Saturday, my heart beating crazy fast. Everybody rapping, they playing beats after beats. It's like a cipher. And I'm like, oh, snap, Gideon. Yo, one person is your next. It's Get To Me. They're like, yo, Gideon. Well, they call me Shorty at the time. That's my name. They're like, yo, you got to rap. Man, Scott, I opened my mouth. I don't know what I said to this day. I stopped after maybe like 10 seconds. And it was like that awkward moments like, dang, do I suck at this? Are they going to try me? And then like moments later, they're like, oh, snap, dog, you ripped that thing. Yo, you slid. We didn't know that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's kind of how I discovered I had a gift. But look, going back to Orlando, yeah, after graduating from school, I was like, yo, I'm going to pursue this to the best of my abilities. I met a lot of people, met a lot of connections in Orlando, met a lot of really good friends, a lot of good artists down there. And I think that was like a good building block for me. So after my coming to the later end of my Orlando, I was there for like 10 years. I ended up bumping and finding my wife and stuff like that. And I felt like the Lord,
newlywed, right?
Yeah, newlywed. Yeah. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my wife. My other half, my rib is. I can never say this before. Yo, I got a wife. The Bible said, when you find a good thing,
yes, sir,
you get favor from the Lord. So yeah, towards the end of me leaving Orlando, we felt like the Lord was calling us to Jacksonville. And also, side note, Drew must have been praying and fasting because he's been always trying to get me to come to Jacksonville. But I'm like, bro, why am I going to Jacksonville? What is it doing there? So he finally got up here. So been in Orlando since May of last year. And so far it's been good. It's definitely a different city, a different vibe, different people. But I'm slowly, in a sense, rebuilding things that I had in Orlando, like community, friendships, musical opportunities, things of that sort. Definitely with help from like friends like Drew and, E and things like that. And also you. That's definitely been a blessing in my life to like not have to start from completely ground zero. So that's a blessing, and you know that's pretty dope. But so far, I mean, I'm digging Jacksonville. It's cool. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here for, but for right now, I feel like this is what God is pitting me at, and I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's talk about your Haitian roots.
Ça passe to all my Zos.
Any influence from Fugees? You down with them?
I mean, yeah, the first time I heard like Lauren and Wyclef, I mean, Radio 9. Yeah, like the first time.
Classic. That's a
Yeah,
classic
like-
album right there.
At that time, I didn't know Wyclef was even Haitian. I found out like years later, like, yo, you know Wyclef Haitian? I'm like, no, he's not. I Google, is Wyclef Haitian? I'm like, oh, he really is Haitian. But yeah, I think seeing somebody of that complexion and seeing somebody that came from the same background as me, that's gave me more motivation, not even in music, but to say that, yo, I can make it somewhere in life because other people had gone before me. So that gave me a real vision like, yo, if they did it, I can do it also, and stuff like that. Then also coming from a Haitian background, just certain things that just personality-wise, character-wise, even music-wise, that I try to think about when I'm incorporated with my music and things of that sort, just from certain words or certain phrases, or even in the sense of like certain musical style. I definitely want to get to that point where like I can make like a full-fledged like Haitian song, like a Haitian Christian rap song. That would be mind blowing and dope. Like to get a song with Friday one day, that would be even cool. If that ever a possibility. But you know, sky's the limit, and God ain't got nothing that trapping anything. So we'll see what happens. But yeah,
man. Let's talk about a little bit about your story. I mean, so
Okay.
you've been doing music. Was it always like faith-based Christian, or was
no,
there,
I wanted to be a worldly rapper. I'll be honest. I wanted to be a secular rapper. I wanted, like, when I first got into music, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't like the sugarcoat. I saw the girls, the money, the chain. I'm like, yo, I can make a living by rapping about stuff like this, like thug stuff, talking about girls, making the dancing music, the club music, pretending to be a gangster. I saw it. I'm like, yo, why not use my musical skill for that or whatever? That's initially what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a non-Christian rapper, if I'm being honest. But then as I started, when I was in Orlando, as I started growing closer to God, I had one of my mentors challenge me at the time. And I believe they said something on this line, I have to paraphrase. They're like, what if you use your gift for God? And I was like, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm doing that. And they're like, no. Like, what if you use your music as a way to pull non-believers and lost souls to the kingdom of God and closer to God? And I'm like, okay. I mean, I think I could do that. I think the first so-called Christian song I ever made, it was horrible. It was so bad. It was called Remember Me. Like, I literally found that song like maybe 2 weeks ago. I listened to it. I'm like, dang, I suck. This is a horrible song. Why did I record it? It was so bad. But in that moment, I think I was like, yo, if God giving me this gift, I might as well return it back to him in the way of putting something in this world that's not only positive, but it also can break people free of bondage and hurt and pain.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, if I could bring more people closer to Christ, because at the end of the day, I don't care if people ever know my name, if they ever shout, oh, Gideon, or they know my verses. If I didn't say or do or make a song that made you think about your relationship with Christ in a way that like, yo, maybe I need to get closer to God, or maybe I used to struggle in that area, but I see the goodness of God. Like, if I don't have a way to bring you somewhat closer to God in your relationship, I don't think I did a good job at the end of the day. Because when I see the Lord and he bring account to my life, I don't want him to be like, yo, you made that song and that person got further away from me. Like, what was you doing? Why did you do that? But like, I want him to be like, yo, every song you ever made was like, I saw the gloriness in it, and I saw how it brought people closer to me. So I think that would be a good, well done for me.
Yeah, love it. Let's talk about the first track that we did here, New Testament.
Yes, sir. New
Yeah, man.
Testament.
Tell me about that song. How did it all come together?
Yeah. So New Testament came. So when I heard the beat, I instantly like, yo, this beat fire. I need to make a song to it. I think I wrote my verse probably like in a day, the chorus in a day too. But I'm like, yo, this beat kind of tough. I can't get anybody on it. I need to get somebody that's tough on it. So at the time, he still is one of my favorite artists to this day. At the time, this dude, Caleb Mitchell, and I always like listen to the music. I'm like, yo, if I can get a feature from him, yo, that would be golden. So I hit the DM. I said, yo, bro, I really think you dope. I've been listening to you for a while. I don't even know if you're going to even see this message or anything like that. But, yo, I would love to get a feature with you. I mean, tell me how much you charge, because I respect your gift and your talent. I'm not going to try to jip you. I'm not going to try to lowball you. Like, I want to respect you and pay you the right price. So I sent him the DM. I think maybe like a week later or something of that sort, he hit back me like, oh, yeah, bro, just send me the song, da-da-da. This was my price point or whatever. So I was like, oh, bet. Yo, I got excited. I slid him the song or whatever. When I got back to it, it shocked me. I'm like, whoa, I got him on this feature. And two, like, he didn't give me like, cause you, it's one of them things, like, you get an artist, like, yo, I want you on this song because I respect you and everything. And depending on how they feel, or they're not vibing with you, or if you ain't got enough clout or something like that, they might give you like a subpar verse or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, I hope he don't give me like no weak verses because like whatever. But when I heard it, I'm like, oh, he really went in. And at the time, my verse was different. I said, hold on. I got to change a couple things on here because I need to be at least to keep up with him. Yeah. Or like people be like, okay, he hold his own against him. I can't just let him outshine me. So I wrote a whole new verse and everything. Went back in the studio, recorded, and I felt like, okay, this is something that I feel like can like at least stand the time with him. So yeah, and so that's New Testament. The heart behind it was just like, yo, I want to come with something new, something with fire, and an aspiration that, you know, somebody will be bumping this and be like, hold up, bro, that's a Christian song? Hold on, no, them 808s bumping in there like, yo, what song is that? So that's the whole heart posture behind that.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, Caleb Mitchell, he does so much for the genre.
Yeah.
What a good dude.
He is.
What's about the next track called Impact?
Oh, yes, sir. Big Breeze. Shout out to Big Breeze.
How'd you get, tell me how, so you got some great features, man.
Yeah,
Caleb, Breeze. Yeah. How'd that come together?
Yeah. So Breeze, same thing. I think the first time I ever seen Breeze is when I had an opportunity to at least see him live. Scratch that. The first time I ever encountered Big Breeze, I was in a car with one of my friends, Caleb Gordon, at the time, and he was talking to Breeze about something, and he was like, oh, this is my homeboy Gideon, he does music too. And I saw Breeze, I was like, oh, what's up, cool, or whatever. And that was the end of it, or whatever. Then years later, I saw him again when I had the opportunity to be on the Invasion tour, and we had to stop in Atlanta, and I saw him, I'm like, oh, like, this dude, like, know what he's doing performing-wise. So I'm like, yo, I got to get him on the track. So I hit his DM. I'm like, yo, Breeze, I saw you at the Metro. Yo, you was fire. You was cool, dude. Like, I got this song that I think your voice and your style will be perfect on. Let me know what you think. And he hit me back. He like, yo, send me the track. Let me listen to it. I sent him the track. He like, okay. And this is what's even more, like, even dope. He didn't even charge me for it. He said, I got one condition, like, just make sure you use the song, like, put it out there or whatever. And I'm like, bet. That's say that. Yeah. So he came back the verse. I put it out there, and I used it to, you know, 'cause I was like, yo, he didn't charge me for this. And all he asked me is make sure I just actually put the song out there. So cool. I did that, put the song out there. And it was an opportunity of a lifetime, one of those opportunities of a lifetime to be able to have a track with him also. So, yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about some of the bars on there that you did.
I think I like how I started off in the aspect where, like, I thought my life was worthless, didn't have no purpose. I think in the aspect, there's time where we all think our life is worthless. Like, what is the purpose of my life? Like, what am I doing? Because I think sometimes we feel like, well, if I'm not as big as this person, or I'm not making this much impact in somebody's life, hence impact, am my life really doing something with my life? And you have to realize that just because, you know, this huge grand scale, you still have influence, you still have impact. I think they say this. They said that the average human being may impact about 10,000 people in their lifetime. That's a lot of people.
That seems like a big number.
That is a big number when you put it in that perspective. That's a big number, and that's like an average person, a person that's not even so-called famous or well-known. Yeah. An average person. So yeah, I just like that. I thought my life was worthless, didn't have no purpose. My life was unbalanced. It was strange, like a circuit. I kind of wrote that in the aspect that I felt like there's points in my life where everything just seems strange. Like, I feel like God wasn't there. My family life is crazy. And you think of a circuit, it's like a strange distraction. People doing these weird, crazy things. So it's like, yo, Lord, why my life feel so weird right now? And then I put the next thing, I forgot my life was purchased. Putting in the retrospect that, yo, even though my life is crazy right now, did you forget your life was purchased through the blood of Jesus Christ? Like, it may look crazy right now, but God got you and stuff like that. And they kind of go to, got to control my urges, spitting hot verses for the people in the church. Urges, I mean, as a believer, I got to have this one. I got to control urges. Like, I'm not even talking about in the sense of like a sexual urge, but I'm talking about in the sense of not walking in pride or greed or envy or jealousy. Like, those are urges that any human being can walk in. I have to be able to control them through the Holy Spirit. And spitting hot verses for the people in church, like, I want to, when people in church, they're like, yo, this verse fire. Like, yo, this dude slid the beat. So those are a couple bars in my verse that are really personal to me.
Yeah, man.
So
That's a great song. That's a great song.
thank you.
The last one we did, Love is a Weapon.
Yes, love is.
So
a
that's an
weapon.
unreleased track.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
it's unreleased. I got a dope feature on it. I can't wait to drop it. I think I may drop it because I have another feature from another person that actually gave me an opportunity to have them on the song. So I may just honestly make it into a whole nother album, Rebirth Part 4 or something like I might just continue on that train. So I'm really excited for the feature that I have on there. This dude is pretty dope. I don't want to give too much of who the name is, but he's pretty dope, pretty I'm not gonna say the name, but yeah. It's gonna be a dope track. Love is a weapon. That song came from the aspect that love is a powerful weapon, and now I'm not talking about in the sense of worldly love. I'm talking about God-centered love, like God love, like that agape love that we get from God, that unconditional love. Like that is a powerful weapon, not only in my life to open up to see how God is, but me loving somebody the way that God loved me, low key, it is a weapon, not to use it in a bad way, but it's like, yo, I'm using this love to bring somebody closer to God. And I wrote it from the heart posture because I remember like in 2019, like, I was going through a lot. Even the chorus, like, I remember sleeping on the floor. I was sleeping on the floor. I was struggling. A college kid, I was struggling as I go. There was moments when I was deep in depression and I was literally crying, Lord, for direction. Like, and I had to remember that his love is a weapon. Like he's going to be able to get me through it. If God loved me and who he say he is, like he's going to get me through it. And I had to remember, like, I forgot that there's so much power in that because it was a rough year. It was a rough year of struggling, not knowing when I'm going to eat, trying to work at a job to pay for the tuition and stuff like that. So that heart, the song, I really hope it speaks to people that can relate to me. In an aspect of like, yo, you may be struggling, you may be in a deep depression, but that's why I put at the end, like, his love is a weapon. That love, and he's doing great things and stuff like that. As you can see, him, Ali Jean, like, they really are making waves in this Christian hip hop genre to let people know, like, yo, there's a new sound, a new opportunity, there's new music that could be the new mainstream or whatever. So it's great. They was at Rolling Loud. Miles Minnick was just at Rolling Loud also. That's a dope thing.
Yeah.
Like, to see Christians at Rolling Loud
Yeah.
and have, like, their own space to do that.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
things are changing.
Infiltrating the worldly spaces, man.
Yeah,
Just
infiltrating.
amazing things. But you're infiltrating Jacksonville, man. I'm glad you're here
Thank
in
you.
the city. What do you think about the just Jacksonville as a whole with the music and everything?
I mean, as of right now, I only have, like, minor interactions with things with that coming music. But for at least from my perspective, it seemed very welcome. It seemed pretty dope. Just going off of people like Drew, Gavin, things of that sort, just how they have a welcoming vibe and community. It's not like, no, I'm doing my own thing, like, get away from me type vibe. So that's pretty dope. So far, I have no complaints. I have no issue, no problem. I haven't bumped into another artist and be like, yo, they think they too Hollywood or something, like they can't even talk to me or whatever. So yeah, so far I'm having a good experience. Nothing to complain about.
Awesome. Well, you got a lot going on this summer. I know you mentioned something like, you want to bring that up?
Yeah. I can bring it up. So this summer I had so I've been praying for this opportunity to get connected with this camp. Not only to be like an MC for them, but also have an opportunity to be like a special guest artist for them. And through prayer, fasting, crying out to the Lord, I was able to get connected with them. So this summer, from like June to July, it's going to be mad dope. I don't know what the Lord is going to do with this opportunity, but I can only imagine the connection, the ministry opportunity that comes out of it. So it's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna be posting a lot of videos and content from there or whatever. So it's gonna look crazy, but I'm really excited, and it's a great honor to partner up with them. So I can't wait to see what God do. Honestly.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for that. Man, just hoping doors open up, connections. Yeah. Last thing I want to mention, I see this. You posting some street evangelism going on.
Yeah.
Right. The one dude wanted you to meet up with some of his homies. Yeah. Tell that story.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So for those who don't know, yes, I love making music and everything, but I'm also a person who realizes that I'm not going to reach everybody through my music. I may reach other people through other content that I put on my social media. And one thing that I have a heart and passion for is street evangelizing, going sharing the gospel to people. So yeah, so the video you talking about, so it's me and my boy. I walk up to the dude. dude named Pedro. I forget his homeboy name, but let's call him Jay for right now. So I walk up to him, I say, yo, because Jay had these sunglasses. I say, yo, how can you see with sunglasses and it's dark at night? Even though I know he really could, but I was trying to find something to build some type of connection, interaction. He's like, yeah, bro, it's the easiest. And I said, yo, can I try them? He's like, yo, try them. I picked them on. I'm like, oh, man, you really can see. So I like, yo, what y'all doing out here? They're like, oh, we just doing X, Y, and Z. I said, okay, cool. I said, can I kick y'all a question real quick? And I said, they're like, yeah. I say, okay. I say, like, what if you like walking down this end of this tunnel or whatever, and like you die or anything? Like, what you think gonna be heaven, hell? And they were like, oh, you know, we not really religion and stuff like that. I mean, religious, so I don't really know and stuff like that. Connor Pedro, like, yo, I'm not saying there isn't a God, but I'm not saying there not. I'm like, I'm not really sure. So I said, okay, cool. So I kind of do this one quick little illustration. I said, because sometimes I feel like some people, definitely everybody need to hear the gospel, but sometimes you got to switch it in a different way where it's like not directly but indirectly still doing the gospel. So I'm looking at him. He got long hair and got a beard. And I kind of like, yo, bro, I think, you know, the best thing I give to you, like, I think you should just try Jesus. And to make it more practical, I say, yo, at some point in time, you didn't have long hair. At some point in time, you didn't have a beard. But one day you woke up and you're like, yo, I want to try to see what I look like if I have long hair. I want to try to like see if I have a beard. And you find out that you liked it, that you had the beard, you had the long hair. Same concept. Try Jesus. Like, you never know what can come out of that. Like, I never met no person to this day that I ever led to the Lord, or I know they gave their life to Christ. They came back to me a week or a month, a year later, like, dang, Gideon, why the heck did I give my life to the Lord? Like, this was the dumbest decision I ever make in my life. What? I never met nobody. And I told him, like, bro, think about it. Say, let's go on this tangent, Jesus doesn't exist. I guess you died. You try to be the best believer that you can be, whatever. But if you die in God and Jesus Israel, essentially you hit the jackpot of a lifetime. Yeah. So and he stopped me, but he's like, yo, what you about to do right now? I said, go talk to more people about Christ. He's like, no. I got some people. I need you to go talk to. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, where they at? He said, they kind of over here. We got to go down the street, hit the corner. So initially in my head, I'm like, I felt peace about my spirit. I'm like, yo, I'm a pretty strong dude. If something happened, ain't nobody about to beat me up to that. Like, that's not about to happen right now. So we walk in and we still talking. And we hit the corner and we go down the street. And I just see these group of boys, like, that's like 7, 8 of them. I'm like, oh, snap. I hope it's not them. But we walk in, we cross over. I'm like, oh, shoot, it's them. So I walk up and they just ran like, yo, who the dude you brought to us? Like, you picking up random people on the street now? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, yo, he's a rapper. He's a Christian rapper. He raps. They're like, oh, yeah. They said, rap for me. I'm like, all right. I got you. I said, how about this? Let's make a deal. I'll spit a 16 for y'all real quick if y'all listen to what I got to say. They're like, okay, cool. Deal. So I rapped them a verse for them real quick, blah, 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 whatever. They went crazy, like, oh, snap, you pretty dope, cool. So I go to the whole gospel with them. And towards the end of it, like, 3 of these boys was really locked in. Like, I'm talking about intensity, like, to the point where they're like, they wanted to go use the bathroom, go pee, and they were like, nah, I want to hear the gospel. Like, I'm locked in, bro. Like, I can hold it. So I had a chance to minister to them, talk to them, invite them to my church, and things of that sort. And I was walking away, and I'm like, yo, that never happened to me. Like, that was like the first time I ever was presenting the gospel to somebody. And they're like, yo, this is so good. I need you to stop, and I need you to go tell this to other people that I know. Like, that never happened to me. And I've been, like, ministering the gospel to people for, like, maybe, like, 8, 7 years or whatever. So that was mind-blowing, but it was dope. And I don't know. It's something I really hold near to my heart, to be able to give people the opportunity to know that there's a God out here that loves them and that he died for their sins. And anybody who watching this that don't know Jesus Christ, like, yo, there's a person named Jesus Christ who died on the cross for your sin, and he wants a relationship with you. And it's not based off of works, not based off of what you think it is. It's really based off what he did on the cross, and it's open arms from there. So, yeah.
Amen. Man, that's powerful. Where can people find that story? Because you posted, what's your Instagram?
Oh, yeah. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that. It's all the same name, Gedeon Tilus. For those who don't, I don't spell it like the one in the Bible. I spell it Gedeon space Tilus. Yeah, man. So if you want to find more of my content or even more of my music, that's Gedeon Tilus on everything: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. It's everywhere. So yeah, so that's where you can find me. I post more videos like that because, I'm trying to be the light among darkness.
Yes, sir. That's my main man, Gedeon Tilus. Thank you for coming through the Free Factor, doing
Yeah.
this special edition
Thank
of
you.
the Unfiltered. Go follow my man, Gedeon, Gedeon _
No underscore. No
Oh,
underscore.
just a space.
This is the space. This space.
That's a space. Tilus.
Yes, sir.
Tilus.
Yes, sir.
Man, parting words, last words for advice.
Oh, hey, come on, you hit me with a.
I know you got something.
All right. Dang it. You hit me with something. I do usually got something, but last parting words or advice I would say to anybody. I would say from Love is a Weapon. That's a pre-chorus where I say, as long as you go after your goal, after what you feel like God is calling you, doesn't matter if it takes a year, 4 months, how long it may take. Just keep going after it, keep chipping away at it. Like, make it practical. Do baby stuff after baby stuff. Eventually, you will get to where God needs you to go and where God needs you to be at before you even realize it. And also, make sure that you got the right people around you, because that's very important. I'm talking about influential-wise. Like, yeah, it's cool to have your friends and stuff like that, but make sure you also have the right people that has the same vision and goal as you that can help you. Let's go back to one of that quote. If you want to, I think I might butcher it, so please forgive me, whoever made this quote. They say, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go further, go together.
Yeah.
And you have to go together with people that's really going to rock with you and stuff like that. So that's kind of my parting words, man. You're going to get to where God's going to get you. I'm a firm believer in Psalm 33, verse 8. It said, the Lord said, I will guide you along the best path for your life. I will watch over you and advise you. You'll take that scripture to heart. God will watch over you, advise you, and get you to the path that he wants you to get to because he loves you. So, yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man. I love your heart.
Thank
Love your
you.
posture. Get some, just like you're wise beyond your years. Congrats to you,
Yes, sir.
newlywed.
Yeah.
Excited about everything that's happening with
Thank
you.
you.
And man, until next time, check out Free Factor. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Peace out.
Peace out.
Real guests, no actors. Real talk, get prepared for Free Factor.